Bula Vinaka boxing fans, Anthony Joshua, the Landlord, is back to take on Daniel Dynamite Dubois. It's official, people. September 21st at Wembly Stadium in front of likely 90,000 fans. And it's going to be for, not the vacant, but for the actual IBF World Heavyweight Championship. Dubois has been elevated to full IBF champion after the GOAT, Alexander Usyk, the warrior, has vacated the belt as a present for both AJ and Dubois. And I think this is absolutely wonderful. A lot of people wanted to see Usyk versus Fury for the Undisputed again. Even though I'm a huge Fury fan and Usyk fan, I think that they had their chance. Usyk is undisputed. And if Fury wants to become undisputed, or if Joshua wants to become undisputed, they need to do it the hard way like Usyk did. They need to go and beat all the champions. Usyk's already done it. So if Fury wants it, he needs to beat Usyk and then try and face the winner of Joshua and Dubois. So what's my thoughts on this fight? Well, Dubois is actually going to be going into this fight as the actual champion, defending his belt, but he's going to be the B side, which is fair enough because the commercial value that AJ brings to any fight is tremendous. It is phenomenal. I mean, this guy could literally sell stadiums if he's fighting pretty much, your bin man off the street. He could fight me and knock me out in 2 seconds and sell out probably the O2 Arena. People wouldn't even know who I am. Yes, he would have knocked me out. I think he'd kill me in 2 seconds. Yes. But anyway, like Joshua, he seems focused. The press conference, he's talking about, he's not even thinking about the belt. He's just thinking about getting through a really good training camp. I'm liking where Joshua's mindset and focus is. So he's really focused. Dubois said something really funny. He said, AJ's the king, but I'm the king slayer. I'm liking Dubois' little, one-liners. He said it against Baby Miller. Every baby has a daddy, and I'm going to make you I'm going to be your daddy, or something like that. I don't know. It was really funny. But the breaking news is that apparently, according to Eddie Hearn, and I'm going to drop a link to the video, a couple of YouTube videos of where Eddie has actually said this, but also the post by Michael Benson as well, that apparently in the filming of Joshua and Dubois, things seem to heat up a bit, and Joshua lost his shit, pretty much. So Joshua is the type of person where he's very respectful. If you give him respect, he'll give you respect. But as soon as you step to him and you show him any disrespect, he's going to come at you. He's like a bear, you don't want to poke the bear. They kind of mind their own business, go about doing their own thing. If you poke the bear, expect to get a reaction. Every action causes a reaction, and Daniel Dubois got the biggest reaction from AJ. So apparently this is what happened. So Eddie Hearn said, and it was revealed, it was at the end when they said September 21st and not before. And then Daniel said, well, if you want to go now, I'll go now. That sounds like something Tyson Fury would do. We'll say. Then AJ said, do you want me to smash this chair across your face? Ooh. Don't ever disrespect me like that again. And then he went for him, and they had to be pulled apart. This is according to Eddie Hearn, post by Charlie Parsons, in an interview with Eddie Hearn, and tweeted by Michael Benson. What are my thoughts on that? Well, we've seen Joshua react this way. We saw him getting really upset when Dominic Brazil just kind of like stepped up to him and was kind of like looking down on him and he said, "Don't try that stuff with me." And then he was quite aggro against Otto Wall and was pretty respectful against Francis Ngannou, because I think he realized that Francis Ngannou was a real top fighting man. Before he knocked him out, he didn't know how it was going to go. They didn't expect that to happen. But then when it did, of course, everyone now thinks Ngannou is nothing. So I like what I'm seeing from Joshua, because I think he's got that bit between his teeth. He is not messing around, and he's going to come after Dubois. I wrote off Dubois against Hrgović. I actually wrote him off against Miller. I thought Miller and Hrgović would beat Dubois, and especially Hrgović. So I have become a believer of Daniel Dubois. I still think he's going to lose this fight, but I really underrated him, and I have to apologize to the Dubois fans, to the Dubois family, because I thought he was going to get absolutely destroyed by Hrgović, just based on past performances. But now that I think about it, this was before as well we saw Fury vs Usyk. I thought, how could Usyk have done that to you? And you had him down, but you just let him off the hook. But then after seeing what Usyk did to Fury, now I know for sure that Usyk is 100% the real deal. So for Dubois to really test him, to, in my opinion, legally drop him, even Joshua agrees that was legal. He said it in an interview. I think that's incredible. So really, and in the fight against Joe Joyce, he was so young and he had his eye socket that was pretty much gone. So I'm not counting out Dubois. I think it's going to be a tough fight. I think it's going to be one of AJ's toughest fights that he's had in quite some time. But I also think that he's got the potential to knock Dubois out early. Dubois cannot afford to go into the fight and have his chin up in the air and take the right hands that he was doing against Hrgović. If he does that, he's going to be cleaned out within 2 to 3 rounds. However, Hrgović throws a really sharp, accurate right hand. So does Joshua, but Hrgović throws it a lot, and Joshua likes to go with a jab, hook, and Joshua reacts more to right hands coming back to him versus Hrgović. I feel as though Joshua, when he gets hit on the chin, he don't like it. I mean, no one likes it, but he reacts. You can see. And you just go back and look at some of the fights where he's been hit with a right hand by notably big punches. I mean, look at the Helenius fight in the early rounds. He got his nose busted open. He was kind of backtracking, and he really took some time to get into before knocking Helenius out. Same Helenius that a washed up Wilder starched in 1 round. So, yeah, don't count out Triple D, man. He is definitely in this fight. He's going to go in as a champion. That's going to give him even more confidence. And I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls off the upset and he's a younger man, 26 years of age, against a 35-year-old AJ. If he lands those double jabs and right hands early and he really sticks it on Joshua, we're in for a fight. But if he's kind of reserved and he lets Joshua start landing those right hands, left hooks, stiff jabs, then it's over. So we'll have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts. I love this fight. I think it's the best fight that we could have had, apart from probably Zhang versus Joshua. I'm a big JP fan, Joseph Parker fan, but I just think stylistically this is probably the most entertaining and fun fight to watch right now. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the fight? What do you think of AJ's reaction? And yeah, let's get it. You're watching Seru Boxing Undisputed. Drop that like and subscribe. Vinaka.